Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Merry Christmas. If you're celebrating, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is waking up and going to have a wonderful Christmas. Um I celebrated yesterday, Christmas Eve, with my side of the family. Today we will be celebrating at home, of course. But not really doing much today, to be fair, because like I said, we celebrated yesterday. But I hope that if you celebrated yesterday, today, or if you don't celebrate, you're having a wonderful day regardless. But today I thought, why I thought this, I don't know, but I thought I would do a look using my least favorite launch for this holiday season. And I say that as in, like, you would think I'd do my favorite, but I did that the other day. But this is my least favorite because it wasn't what I expected, but I was willing to be okay with that because at least it was something, you know? And the what I'm talking about, obviously, if I get to the point, is the Charlotte Tilbury palette, the Beautyverse palette. Beautiful packaging, as always, and you open it up, and this is what it looks like. Now, it looks wonderful, does it not? I mean, it looks kind of basic, but then it looks really cute, with the sparkly shades. But looks can be deceiving. And it's not that it's a bad palette. It's not a bad palette. But for the price point of this palette, it should be so much more than what it is. Do I like it? Yes. But do I like the other previous holiday launches better? Absolutely. Those longer palettes, I would wait for those. Those in the hourglass. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me Pat McGrath. I love my Natasha Denona. But when I'm thinking about a Christmas launch, like I'm thinking about Hourglass and what are they launching, and I was thinking this year Charlotte Tilbury. Surely she's gonna, because last year she didn't launch a palette. But let's get started. First shade we're gonna go into is this one, and we'll talk. And the formula in here is different than her other formulas, though it's not bad. It's not. The formula is not bad. It's different, but you know, it's good. The mattes are good. It did take me a second to kind of get used to it because it is like a cream to powder almost, but not in the way of like Natasha Denona's powders either. But it's still easy to work with as a beginner. Let's say that. But the palette just didn't give me what I thought it would give me either. Like, I knew the mattes were basic, it's going to create a pretty basic look, as in the base of the look. But it does go from a good light to a decent. No, it's a mid-tone still. It's a mid-tone brown. But it's dark enough for me. Would I have liked darker? Yes, but dark enough. But even with that said, we're going to go into the shade right here now. It's the metallics that just did not give me what I wanted. And I understand that they're like a topper, but none of them, I don't know. For the price point of this palette, you could buy a Natasha Denona, okay? You could buy the I Need a Nude. And actually, you could, because this was more expensive even, now that I'm thinking about it, than the I Need a Nude. And get some really pretty lid shades out of that palette. But I don't know. Like, overall, it's a pretty look. But I'm pretty sure this palette is $75. I'm almost positive on that. And for that price point, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I love Charlotte Tilbury. Don't get me wrong. I am wearing the Charlotte Tilbury concealer today. I'm wearing the cheek palette that got launched with this collection. The light pink, the highlighter, and the pink blush. This one here. The Blush and Glow Glide palette. This is pretty. To me, I gotta watch my highlighter, it's broke, but this is worth it. I think it was $25 or $29. That, perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. I think the colors are perfect for winter. I think the palette, that is perfect for this eyeshadow palette even. It's just, these are not my type of metallic shades or topper shades is what it boils down to. And I mean, I have seen people create very beautiful looks using this palette, but it's just not my cup of tea. I wouldn't suggest, spending that kind of money on this palette. And I'm just being fair. Like, expectation versus like what you get, it's not there. It's just not. If it was priced at $50, maybe I could see it then. But 75, no. I don't understand why she went away from the longer palettes. Because I always thought that got a good reception. From what I saw, online and stuff. And I loved them. I absolutely love every single one of them longer palettes. But either it wasn't as good as I thought, like people weren't that excited for them, or they wanted to try something new and it just didn't. I don't think it worked, but I guess we won't know until next year if she launches something like this again or if she goes back to the longer palettes. Because I would have loved to have seen a cool toned longer palette the way she has it broken up, like day, evening, night, office, love type of thing. I would have loved to have seen her do that. I think that would have been so cool. Now we're going to go into this pink matte. And we're going to put it all over the lid. And I'm basically doing this. It does look pretty like this, I won't lie. If you were wanting to do an all matte look. But I'm basically doing this because I need something underneath these shadows that, because you can see through them, and I don't want to see my lid. And since I am wearing pink, I thought it was fitting, to be fair. That's the other reason I picked this palette too, because I was like, oh, I haven't, because I'm wearing my pink sweater for today, and I thought it would make a pretty look for it today, and it did. It did. But at the same time, I could have grabbed the I Need a Nude and created a really pretty look using that palette for today's look. But I gave you my favorite palette of this year, the launch that I was the most excited for, and yesterday. So I thought I'd give you the one that I was least, today. And again, it's the quality is kind of there, you know what I mean? It's just the price tag isn't. And I understand trying something different. I do. But it did not go, I don't think, as they had planned it to go. Because I don't know that many people that really gave this that high of review. And like I said, I like it. I do. But I just don't like it at 75. I would like it at 50. Okay. Oops. I'm dropping everything. Alright. For the inner corner, we're going to go in with this shade right here. And I'm just going to really pat it in there. I will say these get everywhere too. They can if you don't spray them. Again, I'm aware of that, so that's on me. I didn't spray it. But just so you know, it will get everywhere. Alright. And now we're going to take, I'm going to take this pink right here, and we're going to place it on the lid. Just to give it a little bit of a pop. And because I'm using my finger, I'm well aware that it will stay. This won't be all over my eye. Now this one does have more pigment than say the rest of them, but even at that, it doesn't say much. I was still laying that pink down because I know better. Let me get that off my finger. For eyeliner, I use the her eyeliner that's got the this one. I use that in my waterline. For lip liner, I used my Natasha Denona and Renee. And then, of course, I used my Cake Pop in the middle of the lip. For the blush and highlighter, it's the Charlotte Tilbury. For the bronzer, it is the Marc Jacobs in Fantastic. Foundation is the It's CC Nude Glow. And then I set everything with the Lunar Beauty. I just set the whole face with it. Oh, concealer is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. Okay, so that's that. Then for mascara, for the top lashes, I'm using my Gucci. And for bottom lashes, I'll use Lancome. And then we're done. But yeah, this just didn't give me what I thought it was going to give me. Because looking at it, it just looks glorious. It really does. But in reality, not so much. And it is a very soft look. And here's the thing, maybe on it does look nice on my more mature eyes, it does. But for that price point, I want something that's going to shine. You know what I mean? $75? That is a lot of money. And yeah, that is an everyday palette. It could be. But I can look at Natasha Denona's palettes and be like, I'll take that one and get a little more bang for my buck. And it'd be cheaper. In my opinion. And it'll create just as amazing looks too. If not better. Well, I know better, actually, in my opinion. The I Need a Nude creates better looks than that. This palette. So if I was you, I skip it. Go for if you really want something, get the blush. get one of the blush and highlighters. Those are cute. They really are. I like them. I think that she does, generally, I like almost all of her stuff. I may not agree with the color story, like as far as like eyeshadow palettes, but it is on the pricier end of things, sure, for a quad, but they're still really, really pretty. You know what I mean? And her longer palettes, like they were more expensive, obviously. You're getting more, but there was just something about them that made it worth it, where this does not make it worth it. It just doesn't. And I hate that. And I have tried to say that I want, like, this palette is worth it. I can't. I can't say it's worth it. I can say it's good. It's fine. All that. I can. But I cannot say it's worth $75. I mean, I could, but I'd be lying. And I can't say I regret it either, because I don't regret buying it. My bank account does, for sure. But, I mean, I would have always, like, had FOMO for it if I didn't get it. Like, I think I was really expecting it to be something like the Mario one, the one he launched last year and relaunched this year. As in, it looked so boring, but those shades just, they give you something, you know? There's just something special about his metallic topper shades in this palette that makes this go, yeah, it's boring. But here's the thing, get this over this and save money. Do that even. Because that Mario palette is worth every penny and then some. That palette is not. Now, if you can get that palette at $50 or less, jump on it. Get it. It's worth it then. Because no matter what, the mattes in there are really nice. And they're basic colors, you know? But other than that, But this is the look overall. Is it pretty? Yes. Could I get this look using a number of my palettes? Absolutely. And could I have saved anywhere from $25 to $40, $50 maybe even, and got the same look? Yeah, I could have. So, but that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. Upload every day, but Sundays, except for this month. Obviously, I'm continuing every day. If I make it through this, I'm telling you. But I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and stay safe. Stay safe, y'all. And I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.